Hydroelectric energy by Isaiah. I will be doing questions 1 and 2. Okay. Hydroelectric energy is energy generated from hydropower. The production of hydroelectric energy is from the gravitational force of falling or flowing water. An example is the Hoover Dam. Hydroelectric energy is 4/25ths of the world's energy generation. The natural water cycle has helped us to be able to use water as a source of electricity. The water cycle. The water cycle starts off when it rains or any type of precipitation falls to the ground. The water then goes down into the ground and gives the plants water to grow. Then the water collects in a larger body of water, such as a pool of groundwater, the ocean, a lake, or even a river. The water is then evaporated and turned into water vapor and rises towards the atmosphere. Before it gets there, the vapor turns into a liquid again because of the temperature of the air high in the sky, called condensation. It then precipitates again. Because of the water cycle, people have been able to use the runoff water to their advantage and were able to make electricity from the force of moving water and from scientific finds. How electricity is provided. The electricity flows through metal conduction to a switchyard, where a transformer steps up voltage for transmission. The electricity is carried by transmission lines. Transmission lines can efficiently carry high voltage electricity over long distance to substations. The transmission lines then lead to substations. At substations, electricity is stepped down so it can travel over smaller distribution lines to homes and businesses. The electricity is now being carried through distribution lines. They carry electricity to neighborhoods. Once the electricity reaches the home, once the electricity reaches an electric pole transformer, the voltage is reduced to a level that can be used in homes. How it enters the house. From the meter box. A wire usually connects to the home's breaker box, which functions as a safety mechanism for your home. At this point, the home wiring enables energy to be sent to your plug outlets and light switches at the top of a button or flip of a switch. How it works. A dam is built to trap water, usually in a valley where there is an existing lake. Water is allowed to flow through tunnels in the dam to turn turbines and thus drive generators. Near the bottom of the dam wall, there is the water intake. The gravity causes it to fall through the penstock inside the dam. At the end of the penstock, there is a turbine propeller, which is turned by the moving water. The shaft from the turbine goes up into the generator, which produces the power. Power lines are connected to the generator that carry electricity to the homes. When a magnet is moved past a conductor, it causes electricity to flow. In a large generator, electromagnets are made by circulating direct currents through loops of wire wound around stacks of magnetic steel laminations. These are called field poles and are mounted on the perimeter of the rotor. The rotor is attached to the turbine shaft and rotates at a fixed speed. When the rotor turns, it causes the field poles, or the electromagnetics, to move past the conductors mounted in the stator. This in turn causes electricity to flow and high voltage to develop at the generator output terminals. Thank you. This is my works cited, and yeah, thank you for listening.